Manifestation work, if your timing is off, your results are going to be underwhelming. It's as simple as that, and it's such an easy fix, but I do not see a lot of information out there on this, so I decided to do a video on the true law of attraction and astrological timing to give you guys a real edge in your manifestation work. Hi, this is Adam of the Medium channel, where we bring you the spirituality behind the message. And if you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up and please share with friends, and let's dive right on in. The thing is that due to socialization, we basically lost our connection to nature, and we no longer can feel the different currents of energy that affects all life here on Earth, as well as affects what we're able to manifest and create in our lives. And a good example of that is that humans used to be telepathic and could communicate over distances with our minds, but then came modern inventions like the telephone, then the internet, and then social media. Well, we'll save that one for another video. But the point being is that through the process of social conditioning and programming and whatnot, we've lost this natural connection. But the movement of the planets are part of consciousness. In fact, the way the planets move, the moon phases, all of that stuff is a reflection on consciousness. It's a reflection on the waves of energy that affects all of consciousness. And if you can start to understand and learn that language and utilize that language, then your law of attraction, your manifestation work is going to be swimming with the tides rather than against the tides. And if you do go against the tide to try to force it, it really means that you're desperate, and that's what the universe hears, and it gives you desperate results. But if you can be really relaxed and just allow yourself to be in sync with the universe and do your work in sync with the energies of the universe and the energies that affect you, then your work is going to be very effective. I'm going to talk about things like moon phases, what's the significance of the void of course moon, planetary movement, planetary retrogrades, even the days of the week. These are all energies that affect our vibration and our frequency. And remember, the law of attraction, it comes from the law of vibration. And basically, when you become a vibrational match to that which you wish to create in your life, you virtually can't help but to start to manifest and attract that to you. So if you understand the energies of the moon phases and the planetary movements and the numerology also, then you can better match that frequency, that which you want to create, and be more efficient in creating it. So, first order business are the moon phases. We have the new moon. New moon are new beginnings. That is the ideal time to initiate some new manifestation work or some new beginning in your work. And then when the moon's waxing, it's getting larger every day and every night. So that's the time to bring in. That's the time of increase. So to focus your law of attraction work on increase and attracting and expanding. And then the full moon, and that could be the gibbous moon, the gibbous waxing moon to the gibbous waning moon. When the lunar energies are really strong, that is the harvest time. So that's the time to really double down on your work. And then when the moon is waning, it's getting smaller. So that's the time to release what you don't need anymore. So you could still be working on manifesting and attracting something, but make the focus of your work during those times on what it is that you need to let go of, what you don't need in your life anymore, in order to vibrationally match what you desire. So and then there's also the dark moon, and that can be some very deep release, some very deep reprogramming, and that happens within a day or two of the new moon. So there's the moon phases. Now there's something called the void of course moon, and that's when the moon hits its last major aspect in any given sign. When the moon goes void of course, it's kind of loses its identity, so to speak. You can find out the void of course moon on the internet. You can get an ephemeris. It happens every, roughly, 1.5 to 2.5 days or so. And when that's happening, it's a good time to step back from your work a little bit and to maybe go into deeper meditation and to connect with spirit or connect with source, or to think about what changes you want to make or what you want to plan. Now, it's not a good time for action, but it is a good time for meditation. Also, understand what the moon means in the different astrological signs. So, when the moon's transiting a certain sign, it's going to be more conducive to certain works. So you want to learn a little bit about basic lunar astrology also. Now, adding a little bit of knowledge about the days of the week could boost your work. Like, for example, Sunday's ruled by the powers of the sun, so that's good for just about anything under the sun, right? Monday is the moon, so that's really good for spiritual work, developing intuition. Tuesday is Mars, so that's action, that's energy. That's if there's a battle you can work with, focus your work or initiate your work on a Tuesday. On Wednesdays is Mercury's day, so it's about communication, creating those contacts. Thursday is about Jupiter, and that's good for expansion, for growth, for money, for success, business, and all that kind of stuff. Friday, being Freya's day, is about Venus, and that's good for love. And Saturday, Saturn's day, is good for discipline. Understanding also, numerology, different numbers have different effects, and that's kind of important. And also understanding the movements of the planets, when certain planets are in certain signs, that's an effect. But probably the most important thing about the planets are understanding the retrogrades. And the most important retrogrades are the Mercury, the Venus, and the Mars retrogrades. When Mercury's in retrograde, for example, because that happens 3 times, and sometimes even 4 times per year, that's not necessarily the time to initiate things. That's the time to step back. When planets go retrograde, we're meant to sort of step back and go inward more. So this is a good time to re-strategize your law of attraction work, re-examine, re-plan things. And Venus goes retrograde every 18 months, roughly, or so. Mars every 2 years or so. And, understanding the meaning of these planets and how to use the retrogrades are important. But the main thing about all of these interplanet retrogrades is it's not the best time to really go out there and really to create new things in your life. It's a better time to develop further understanding, further insight, and to maybe check your work and to maybe correct things or to change things as it's appropriate. That's basically what I have for you on that. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention is that if you understand your own astrology, where your sun is, where your moon is, and how things aspect, because the planetary aspects, the angles they form, have a bearing on the energy that affects you and affects your law of attraction work also. So understand your chart. If you don't understand that and you want to get more insight into astrology and numerology and how that can impact your manifestation work, have a consultation with Sharita Starr. She's a presenter here on the Medium channel. Once you have your timing down, the main thing is intuition. The main thing is to trust what you feel. That is the most important thing. Understand your timing, understand what's going on, and work with the natural tide, the natural currents of energy. But trust what you feel. Trust what spirit gives you. Trust what your intuition tells you as far as what to do, when to do it. And remember that the law of attraction is about energy. And it's about learning how to vibrate at a higher frequency to merge with the quantum field or with spirit or God, and to co-create your reality from that field that created everything. And on that note, I'll flash a video over here that teaches you exactly how to go into the quantum and how to become a vibrational match for that which you want to create. And everything you do in law of attraction work will become that much more powerful. So thank you, namaste, and I'll see you at the next video.